Hey everybody, Wendy Klinke with Blue Cat Studio. Today we are going to paint some fun flip-flops. I got this really cool flip-flop cutout and yeah, so let's do this thing, right? Okay, I'm going to begin and we're going to paint kind of a sunset style. So I'm going to take some white and some yellow and mix it together. And I'm going to do a little bit of a little painting right in here. And let me see here if I can do a thing. No, I guess I cannot. Okay, well, we're gonna do this. So I'm beginning with a fluorescent yellow and white mix, and we're gonna have it sunset down to this fluorescent orange color. And so while this is normally kind of a wood tone, I primed it with gesso just to ensure that we would get a little bit of, it would be a lot easier to cover, right? Single coverage, single coat, versus if I did this with, on the brown, it would take like a gajillion coats. So we always try to prime. So again, just kind of mixing my yellow and white to kind of just get that base coverage here. All right, now we'll just go with a little bit more straight yellow, less white. This is a really fun, quick, easy project you can do. If you have like a flip-flop design, you could just kind of make that little rainbow or sunset look. If you don't, or if you're interested in ordering one of these, let me know. I can certainly pick up a handful, take some pre-orders and get them for you. I have a wholesale account which allows me to do that. So now I'm grabbing some of this fluorescent orange and I'm just gonna blend it right, whoop, picked up some white, that's okay. Blend it right on into my yellow. Here we go. And so you'll notice I'm just painting the whole thing because trying to do a blend like this over top of like dark colored like flip-flop things, oh, no way, Jose. That would be like kind of insane. All right, let me get some coverage here. I'm like so busy talking, I'm just leaving these big old bald spots. So it does take kind of a couple of strokes back and forth. You can even make slight figure eights, although I'm not really feeling like I need those on this one. We're just gonna get quick coverage here. And then once we've done that, we'll add the outlines to really give it that flip-floppy look. But this is gonna be so much fun. And so this can be used as a door hanger, or like if you have a little like a she shed, or I don't know, you're having a tiki party or a pool and you just wanna have like a pool house. I don't have that, but I still think this would be super fun to have. What a great way to just kind of decorate for summer. All right, so our blending here needs a little bit extra help. I'm gonna just offload a touch of my color over here out of the way, grabbing more of the yellow, and I'm just gonna work it right into that orange. And I'm doing this all while my paint is wet. Wet paint is the key to getting a good blend, because obviously if it's dry, it's not gonna blend. Oh, look, I left a spot. Hey. So I don't know about you guys, but like this has been one of those crazy weeks. I haven't been live because just I was exhausted. And you know, it's the last week of school for my kids. And so they, you know, and I don't know about the rest of you, but this virtual school thing has been a little bit rough. A little bit rough. And so we had a lot of catch-up work to do. And so I found like, you know, like every 10 minutes I'm like running upstairs, or every half an hour. And so you find it's like sometimes it's really hard to even get kind of just have a normal flow to your day when you're just really busy checking in. And you know, I have good kids, but sometimes I tell you, they kind of get in these like COVID habits and, you know, but it's, oh, I'm so happy this week is over. So happy because you know what, all the stuff is done. We did the final lap, we got it all in, and now we're painting happy flip-flops because summer is here. All right, I think we've got a pretty decent coating on this. I might put this guy down for a second so I can lift the flip-flops up so you can see. But there we have like a nice sunset blend. Really simple, right? So the paint is still a little wet. I think I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Give me one sec, I just gotta look kind of, I'm thinking, if these are flip-flops, if this is, it starts here and maybe it goes, I'm just gonna kind of sketch in the wet paint so I know where my lines are. So then I've got a thing that kind of goes maybe to here. Can you see that scratching in? Maybe not, but that's okay. What I'm really doing is just trying to make sure that I'm not freehanding with dark paint before I know where I want to put my stuff. Okay, so that seems like the logical conclusion. Okay, so what I've done is I've just kind of scratched the straps. Oh my gosh, say that fast. Scratch the straps. There we are. In, and we'll bring this guy down a little further. Okay, and a rough divider line for the flip-flops. I think that'll, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so that's gonna be hard to see. I don't know, can you guys see that? So that's just scratched in. Now I can go ahead and dry it, and then I'll come in with a darker coat to actually finish this off. So this is like a super fun, very fast project where if you're like, I've got like 20, 30 minutes, or I have no rinse water, I just have a jar. That's nice. All right, we'll blow dry this guy. All right, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. I think we're dry. A little reminder telling me I need to do something with the laundry. Probably a good idea. Not right now, obviously. Okay, so, oops, dribbled water. I'll have to fix that, no problem. Yeah, so note to self, I just did this by accident. Dribbled paint water on my painting, and it ended up creating a little smear and lifted the paint. So I'm just gonna come in real quick here and just kind of touch that up, because touching it up later will be harder. Okay, good enough. All right. So I appear to have used up my entire palette space, so we'll grab another one. That way I don't have to worry about blending and stuff getting in the way. So I'm gonna step down to a slightly smaller brush. Right now I'm using a 1/2 inch brush. Or excuse me, a 1 inch brush. I'm gonna go with it's maybe a 1/2 inch, 1/2 to 3/4. I don't know exactly, but it's definitely smaller. And I'm thinking for this guy, I want like cool turquoise flips with a sunset look. So I'm gonna just squeeze a hunk of that turquoise. And this is the light turquoise from Anita's. I pick it up at Hobby Lobby. You can get yours there too. I'm gonna come back and make sure I've got a little bit of white on hand in case we need it. I may need some white to help with the coverage. So in fact, I'm gonna swoosh a little white on there. That'll just make sure that I'm not like getting these crazy green colors with the turquoise instead of turquoise, because we want turquoise. At least, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking turquoise just sounds kind of fantastic. So again, we're just quickly sketching it in, and if you're not perfectly accurate, I think it's okay. This is one of those fun, just easy day paintings that, and if you mostly have stuff in the right place, people will know what it is. No one's gonna judge if it's slightly wonky. They'd be like, oh, cute flip-flops. Plus, I don't know about you, but after wearing flip-flops for a couple months, those things get pretty distorted and funny looking anyway, so nobody should be judging. All right, so here we are. See, I'll get a little line like so for that guy. I think that'll do the trick. Okay, so we're starting to just kind of get those pieces in. Now, I may have gone a little bit high on this stripe. I probably need to bring it slightly lower, just looking at the cutout. Again, we're just kind of freehanding it as we go, which is fun. I'm gonna give this white a quick blow dry to make sure that I can then get the next coat on better. about you guys, but I'm feeling like summer is finally here. I'm so excited. Like, it is time. And now that the school year is up, we get to go back to normalish next year. All right, I got a wet spot here. I just got to zap it a smidge more. I think that gets it good. Now we'll start with this light turquoise. The more I think about it, I didn't bother to rinse my brush, by the way. I may add some darker teal to this as well. We'll see. I just want to kind of get the feel for this guy like so first. And now that these are all like Tequila Sunrise flip-flops, I think I want a pair. I really want a pair. And again, we're keeping it loose and just easy peasy, making it fun. So again, if you're interested in something like this, if I get enough interest, I think I need to have a minimum order of 6 to get them from my wholesaler. I can pick up a handful of these and you too can make your own fun flip-flops. And these lines are so slick and so clean. The cuts, I'm not that good with a saw. Otherwise, I'd offer to cut them myself, but there's no way. Not without, you know, a few cuss words first. And we don't need that. Okie dokie. So now we've kind of just roughed in those flip-flops. Oops, clean up the edge a little bit there. Perfect. Got a couple of bits of white sticking out, so just tidying it a little here and there. So when I tidy, I try to take this brush, so instead of having it flat like so, turn it sideways, so we're using kind of almost the blade of the brush. Using my kayaking terms, it's like a blade. Okie dokie. And then I'm gonna also, just where I did the white for the heel, I'm gonna go over it with a turquoise. And I think, you know, this will be fun if we just go all the way around and kind of give it a light turquoise outline. I'll kind of help finish it. You can paint the sides turquoise too. Now, as I come to the straps, I'm gonna go light and I'm not gonna go over them because we've already got kind of a directional, some directional color there. So here we go. Out and around, using the brush like a blade rather than the flat side. And I love that because it just allows it to carry so much more paint. So I can really drag it a whole lot longer before having to refill. Helps me keep smoother lines. Oh, I picked up some yellow in there. That must have been a blop. Revenge of the paint blops. Okay, here we go. Keep going. Along this edge here. I have a white streak right here where I feel like I went too high. So I'm gonna go back and instead of like trying to just fill it up with blue, I'm gonna go back and touch it up in a second. So I am leaving that white chunk there on purpose, as much as it's a little bit annoying looking. I figure I'm working in blue. I'm gonna try to keep the ADHD at bay and not keep switching paint colors like every 5 seconds. Try to do all the blue first before we go to the next thing. Sometimes I'm winning at that, sometimes I'm not. I don't know about you guys, if you have that issue too. Hey, Regina. I know, sun's up, toes out. I haven't been live for a while. It's been one of those crazy, crazy weeks. And I don't know, I just was so tired. But I'm excited. I'm gonna go for a big hike tomorrow because it's my birthday. Shh. Bestie's gonna take me out. I'm really excited. It's on my bucket list, so very excited to be gonna be hitting Old Rag tomorrow. Be like a really long hike. And so hopefully I'm in shape enough for that. We'll see. I'm very, very excited. Regina, same here because it's been a rough week, or same here you're going hiking, or same here it's your birthday too, girl. Where's my offload? All right, I'm just gonna offload on my table because I can. I want to add a little bit of darker teal to this, so let's do that. Oh, yeah, this thing tipped over. I spilled paint everywhere. Who's your daddy? Was I spilling anything important? No. Okay. So grabbing my mermaid tail teal, gonna squeeze just a little bit out onto the sky. And I believe now is a good time to step down to a smaller brush. So I want to add details with this guy. And I think the big guy is going to be a little bit difficult. So I grab a, what is this? A number 3. Tired and working too much. Amen. Yep. Yeah, it's like the budgets were due and just trying to get the kids over the finish line for school. We are done. So it is now flip-flop time. It is hike time. It is goodness. So I'm using this darker teal to just kind of add a little extra fun oomph to this guy. Let's see how to, ooh, he's all wet. Okay, it's arm acrobatics here. Okay, I'm gonna create like a little kickstand here for myself, almost like for a pool cue. And I'm using my pinky to kind of brace on my painting. So I can pull that paint. And I'm doing this on wet, which is, you know, not necessarily advisable, but maybe we'll use it to blend. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we just kind of add a little blendy element? Let's see, this is the dominant flip, so we'll have this one go over the top. Kind of coming around. Yeah, so Regina, I'm thinking these would make a perfect door hanger. Maybe my front door after I seal it. After I seal the flip-flops, that is. Or even just to kind of like brighten up the inside of my house. I tend to have a very whimsical style in the house. So hot pink and turquoise are everywhere. So this would go right in, and of course one of my favorite colors is orange. So it'll probably move around, some outside the house, some inside the house. And of course, you know, if there's anybody else out there who's interested in getting their hands on some of these, I can certainly, I can do pre-orders. I need to get at least 6 orders to do it. And I can ship if people need that. Or for locals, we can do a pickup. This is just such a fun, like relaxing project. You really don't have to be an expert painter to do it. You can just kind of figure out roughly where the toe thing is for the shoes, and you can pick some colors. Easy day. All you got to do is come back and rewatch this tutorial, and you're gonna have a project. Whoops, I'm gonna scroll this over a little bit so I can say hi. Keep going. This is very hard to get to today. It's like paint gymnastics. Now, if you wanted like a really super clean line, you could totally use like a paint pen, and you could stick to simple like black and whites for outlines. I'm just really feeling like all the teals today. So I'm gonna kind of get those colors in, and you know, if it's just too funky, you know, in fact, you know, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add some darker streaks to it. I think that'll be more fun. That'll kind of give it that fresh look. So darker streaks on top of that light turquoise. So that's what it went. Kind of create a circle there. This thing here, and then we'll kind of come on down. Yeah. This is totally great for any level. I mean, I find this super relaxing. In fact, I tell you guys, like Friday night is my favorite time to paint. Especially like after, you know, the kids have been here and we've kind of had a crazy week, just sitting down and like hanging out with you guys and throwing some paint on something, whether it's a canvas with something really fancy or just doing something really simple like a pair of festive flip-flops. Thank you guys. You motivate me to do these things, and it is such a stress reliever. Plus, it's like something positive and cool comes of it. I love that part. And it's like, take that crazy, weird, whatever energy you've got going on and channel it into some art. So much fun. so I was trying to do this thing sideways, but I think while I'm trying to get to this certain aspect of the flip-flop, I really have to have it kind of turned toward me so I can access it. Already kind of on the border of dragging my arms through all kinds of paint. And so again, just doing, you know, light sort of swooshes. Oh, I forgot to outline this guy. Let's do that really quick. Just kind of light swooshes that show the direction of those straps. Give them some color, a little bit of age, like they've been beach worn and loved. So if you're doing something like this and painting it, after you're done, you want to make sure that you get some kind of like if you plan on hanging it up, if you plan on hanging it up outside, make sure that you seal it. And so I usually will use like a Rust-Oleum or Krylon clear spray paint. You can also use a spar urethane, but just something that's gonna kind of help protect it from the weather and the elements. Because these things, if they get a lot of sun on them, they, you know, it's craft paint. It was meant for the indoors mostly. So again, you just got to kind of make sure you seal it to protect the base, to protect everything. Okay. Well, that's kind of fun, isn't it? Now we've got these really cute flippy floppies. I'm gonna give it a quick blow dry, and then I'll touch this white section up, and I think we can more or less call it good after that. If you felt like it, you could totally write like welcome or have a cute saying on it. In fact, you know, I keep thinking I'm gonna hang it upright, but it could be just as fun if I hung it, where are you? Like sideways, and it could be, or even at an angle, and then you write some words on it like welcome to the lake, or, you know, if you leave your slippers at the door, but when you leave, don't take the better ones. Have you guys seen that one? That's like a typical thing in Hawaii. It's so cute. I love that. Okay, right, I was gonna blow dry. So I know we mentioned it a little bit earlier. This is definitely like a great project for any skill level. I did not bring my A game for painting today on this, and it still looks cute. So I just want to emphasize that even if you don't feel like, you know, you're a highly skilled painter, you can still totally pull this off. And even if it's not your A game, it still looks cute. So something to think about. Hi, Miss Julia just got here. I'm just finishing my painting. I was telling everyone that we're going hiking. Yeah. So excited. I got a little other spot here where I was, where I scratched my line and then changed my mind about where I was gonna go. So we'll give it a little cover up here.
Great colors.
Aren't they fun?
Yes.
I love me some super bright colors. And I had a couple of yellow splatters, so I'll just kind of smooth over those a little bit so they're a little less yellow splattery. And you, of course, can do this in any color you like. I'm just going for my favorites. Turquoise and, of course, fluorescent everything. Okay. All right, so I think that pretty much covers it. For those of you who are watching live, if you want to, again, if you're interested in a set of these to paint yourself, let me know. You can just write flips or flops or flip-flops or shoes in the comments, and I can get you information about it. I do need to have a minimum order of 6 of these in order to grab them from my wholesaler, but that's pretty easy to do. If you're interested in doing like a paint party with these or just want to get kits, let me know, and we can certainly arrange that. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.